Send me some shit.
Hey y'all, we are live from Uncle Floyd's house. Am I live? Look at this. Where y'all at? Y'all still over there with Reggie? Hold on. Let's see if I can pull this out. Shoot. Hey y'all, I got Uncle Floyd with me on tonight. I don't know if I'm live or not.
Turn it up.
Hey,
I heard somebody.
no, you can't hear them.
I heard something. It must be my stomach.
Y'all look, so I got SSG. SSG is having their first appliance repair, 2-week appliance repair training in Encompass this week. It was there. It's our first. We usually do the seal systems there. It's our first time doing the 2-week class there, and we hit a couple bumps, but it's been going pretty well. I was really nervous about this class because they started this class when I was out of town, so I've never been out of town at the start of a class. I've never been out of town during the class period, but it's been going pretty well. With me not being there, Reggie helped a whole bunch with that. Thank God for him. And Shamita, my instructor. Also, we got a seal system class coming up July 9th and 10th. You all need to try to get into that class because are you going to be on the waiting list? Because the class is selling like hotcakes. So I need to sign up for that seal system class coming up July 9th and 10th because we are we are in refrigeration season. So get in the class so you won't be waitlisted. I've been waiting to say that.
Make a whole lot of money now.
Yeah, you're gonna make a whole lot of money on this season with refrigeration. Also, what else we got coming up? SSG got a couple things, deals in the works right now. I'm not gonna talk about them now, but eventually I'll tell y'all about them. But we got some big things coming up with SSG Appliance Academy. But for now, I have and also, y'all, I have a workshop coming up on my birthday, October 1st, October 2nd. It's called Angry No More, Debunking the Myth. Debunking the Myth is a women's workshop. It's a 2-day workshop, October 1st and 2nd. My birthday is October 1st. So for a present for me, if you all know any women that can benefit from just fixing their life, like doing the healing their life, y'all send them to the workshop. We can all benefit from it, but I'm talking about women right now. After I work with the women, then I get you guys. Okay, y'all. I got Uncle Floyd right now. I'm still on Hawaii time, and I am tired. So soon as this interview is over, I will not see Mike tonight. I will be going home and go straight to sleep. Okay. So, yep. So let me bring Uncle Floyd on. Hi, Mr. Sims.
How are you?
I'm well. How was you?
Doing great.
How was your trip to Houston?
Hot, but nice. Very nice.
Was it as hot as it is here?
Hotter.
Was it hotter?
Yes.
Okay.
That stuff is hot down there.
Did you miss me while I was in Hawaii?
Oh, yes. I sure did miss you.
Whatever.
You there having fun, and I was working hard down there trying to stay cool.
Yeah, you weren't working hard. Yeah, we was out there parasailing. Okay, hold on. All right, let me see. So the people wanted you back. So if y'all have any questions for Uncle Floyd, put them in the chat, or y'all can come on, click the link in the description, and y'all can come on and ask questions if y'all want to. He is back by popular demand. Okay, so Mr. Sims, who would you say is the most influential person in your entrepreneurial career, and why?
I would tell you that there's a couple out here, but I would tell you that I remember Tyler Perry started. And you're talking about somebody who did something great. And he's an everyday person.
Right.
He doesn't flaunt it or anything. And he just went, he's done so well. And I remember, and he would come down to my McDonald's when I was down on Fulton Industrial Boulevard to come through and just treat people like they're people. So, and he's been so successful, it's something else. So he would be something else in there. Steve Harvey.
Yeah, Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey is another person that I think has been very successful in things that they've done. And all of those people are people who know how to work with people.
Right.
And so I would tell you that, to me, they are the ones that I look up to.
Okay.
That's just a couple. But I see today's world, there's a lot of young guys and young people doing some good positive things. A lot of the basketball players and the football players are doing some good things as well about businesses and looking out for themselves other than just playing basketball or football.
Yeah, they are coming a long way with their money and putting it in the right places to ensure they always will have it. But you're just as humble as Tyler Perry and Steve Harvey. You're just as humble as them. I can say that.
Thank you.
And what would you say are the 3 most important attributes for an entrepreneur to have? Being humble is one.
One of them is just being strong and being able to keep an open mind. And the other thing is that stay focused, be prepared to move forward. It's not going to be smooth all the time. So you have to be ready for the bumps in the road, but don't give up. Don't give up. You got to keep your mind going in the right direction and not letting other people disturb you from what you're trying to do. And you have to have faith in that and continue to just focus on learning what's going on in the economy, learning different ideas with all the new stuff that's coming on in the world today, the technology piece. How can you make it better? Always thinking ahead, and not just thinking ahead, but thinking and executing, making it happen. And when I say making it happen, you have to really make it do. My famous word is make it do what it do.
Right.
We make it do
make
what
it do. What it do. That's what we do. Okay. No, that's right. What do you consider to be a healthy profit margin?
Well, when we start looking at businesses, it's hard to say what the number might be because every business is different. The one business your business you got to be looking at when you be able to pay all your bills and you got money left over. And when you start looking at those numbers in the past, I looked at people's and some of the businesses I had where I started out with them doing, maybe $1 million in sales, that's doing $5 million in sales now today, or 3 million, those kind of things. So when you start looking at that, now, do you say that's all profit? No, that's not all profit, but it's all sales, and your profit gets bigger when the sales get better. So those are the things that I would be looking at, trying to make sure that before you get in business, you got to make sure that you, one, have enough money to support that. And the other thing is that if you don't have the money, I always say, I try to use somebody else's money. I try to borrow money. I ain't trying to use my money. I will use if I have to, but I prefer to use a lender's money so that you can have your money to make sure things go, times get tough, make things go smoother. So that's my thoughts on it. You want to make sure that you can't people just open up a business and think that it's going to go. It takes a while, 1 to 2 years to get a business going. So you have to have some money sitting on the back side of your burner there, I call it, on the burner side, waiting to be used if you need it. Hopefully you don't have to need it, but there'll be times when you have to have that money, and if you don't have time to have it, then you have to have access to it. So it's about making friends and making relationships with business people who can support you. If you're doing it, what I find out here in Conyers is that there's a lot of people that have tried to tell me, not try, but make sure they supported me. And they would tell me that, hey, we want to make sure that you're going to be successful. And for our people, we don't see that a lot. And they come to the restaurant on a regular basis just to make sure that I'm doing all right. And then they also will recommend something that I might need to focus on. And they're always giving me ideas on how to make better moves, maybe, or make decisions for as building sales, basically, and bringing their family and friends in. So when you're doing those kind of things, that's what helps you grow the business. That's my point, because now I've been in businesses where it doesn't matter. The customers are not that friendly like that. But right now, what I've seen here in Conyers is something that is extra to me.
Yeah. Versus like when you were out on Fulton Industrial and stuff like that.
And out in Smyrna.
Yeah.
Marietta.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
That's good to know. If you had to start all over from scratch today, who would be the first person you would call and why?
My banker.
You know how to be mean.
As you keep moving back, you might be my banker. But I'd be contacting my banker to see, hey, what do you think about this? You know, how much money I need.
Right.
Those are the things that with your thoughts. It's always good to have an accountant or a banker. And between those two, those are the two that you really want to look at. Because I see so many people that start a business, but they haven't put the numbers from a really good accountant to say, hey, this is not a good move. Right. You have to have a plan. And you have to have a financial plan and how it's going to bring the money back, because you just can't wait for it to come. You have to be prepared for it. And if you can talk to them, they will help you get through it. Well, did you think about this, Floyd? Did you think about that? Let's do this. Why am I going to do that? If you do this, you'll get more money here. If you do this, you might not get as much. So that's who the people I would be talking to, my accountant and finance people.
Okay. So not me.
Yeah, I'll let you know, because you're one of my finance people. I'm expecting you to make some money, give me some money.
Right. Okay. Who is the greatest businessman or woman of all time, in your opinion?
Like I told you, on the guy's side, I kind of told you that already. Pretty much is Tyler Perry, and Steve Harvey, and a couple of the other guys I probably look at and move forward to. I got some close friends that's done well too, like my buddy Miguel. You know Miguel. Miguel is doing really good. Then Mark Wilson is doing good, and his family is doing good. Those are some guys that, if I really needed help for coaching and stuff like that, and get feedback, these are the guys that I would reach out to. Mark sells suits, and he's got a couple of businesses selling suits, and Mark Wilson, him and his family's got a couple of different programs that they work with clubs, business clubs.
So not me.
I already told you, I got you covered. I'm with you. I got you covered. I got to leave you over here handling this business, so when you make this money, we can go ahead and expand. We can expand a little bit.
Okay, so if somebody want to get a franchise, so how would they set themselves up to get a franchise, so they can get approved, so they can get the yes from the franchisor?
You have to have money. The first thing that they require me is you have to have. They won't even interview you. You have to have your P&L, your money, personal financial statements set up so that you got some money to show that you can put money in the business and handle the business. That's the first thing you got to do. And then you got to be looking at, they won't look at just a startup. A good franchisee won't look at just a startup. They'll look at making sure you have enough money to retain any bumps in the road to keep you moving. So that's what you got to do to get a franchise, and then have a good background of experience. Whatever you're going into business to, you got to have a background. You can't go in. You're going to learn now. You got to already learn. You can't go in. Well, I'm gonna start now, but I'm a practice leader or something like that. You have to be prepared before you go into that business. And you should. One of the things that a lot of franchises do, they'll make you go through the training for a year or so you know the business. You just can't buy a franchise. All of them got some time period. It might be when I was talking about it would take like a year to get through that program, and you would work that program for free.
Yeah, that was gonna be my next question.
Yeah, you wouldn't get paid for that. Now, some people will set up how they can get paid for it, and that's why you see a lot of people that might take a franchise over where they work for that franchisee over the years. So when the franchisee gets ready to make a move, that guy's already ready and experienced. All they got to do is get him approved, or she get them approved, and then they move forward. But you just can't walk off the street and say, "Hey, I want to get a franchise." And then you got to have probably around somewhere around $300,000 to $500,000 to get started these days. And you don't have to have it in cash, but you have to have access to it, and maybe some of it in cash, about half of that. Because you have to put something down, somewhere between probably $150,000 to $200,000. And if you buy something from scratch, you can look at about $500,000 to $1 million.
And when you say from scratch, you mean not a franchise at all?
Yeah, right, not a franchise at all. And you're trying to take a franchise over and you're building a building. Now, if you get a franchise already started, you got all the equipment and everything in there that you need, it's a little easier.
Okay, so who would you say is a good candidate for trying to get a franchise? What kind of person?
You mean a person? What kind of person? A person that's want to work for themselves, been thinking about it for years and planning for it for years maybe. And then also got some experience and education behind it and some training and certifications. Most everything you got to get some kind of certifications. In food business, you got to get certification on food, making sure you understand serve safe, things of that nature, handle that. So those are the kind of people that want to work for themselves and don't mind working for themselves and not depending on everybody, but also be willing to put in a lot of hours, because you're going to put a lot of hours in getting things off the ground. Eventually, you want to get to a point where you get some people in there that you trust and they'll run it for you. But you want to be there first, unless you've already known somebody that you're buying a business and you already know that person, the manager that's been managing it for a while. But then you got to ask yourself, well, if he's already been there, why isn't he going to buy it? But they would say, well, I'll manage it for you. Well, maybe I don't want you to manage it for me, because if anything's going, why don't you want to buy it?
Right. Okay. All right, let me go to some of the questions. Everybody at tonight.
No questions down there.
Picture Man 63 said you're good. Oh, when I was saying, am I live? Picture Man said, good morning, Mona, SSG family. Good morning. Good evening. I'm sorry. I told y'all I'm still on Hawaii time. All right, my biggest fan in the building. Hey, Sagaponics. King K say, Mona, glad you're back. Look, I'm glad to be back. I'm tired. Yes, we hope. Picture Man said we hope you enjoyed Georgia vacation. Yes, I enjoyed it. We had an amazing time. Amazing time. I'm still gonna post some pictures and videos, y'all. I'm bad. Sagapana say shout out to Uncle Floyd.
Shout out.
Picture Man 63 say it's hot in Texas now. Yeah, it is. He said, it was hot in here, man. We came back from Hawaii. When I got back here, I was like, man, in this Atlanta, I was like, it is scorching here. It's hotter here than it is in Hawaii right now. Like, God, it's hot. I did not plan on coming back to this heat.
You was down there by the beach, weren't you?
Yeah, we was by the beach, so we had the little ocean breeze. But man, it was so nice. It was beautiful. Like, I wasn't ready to come back, but at the same time, I was because I had a lot to do. Mike, where you at? Uncle Floyd, you got some last words before I let you go?
Well, I think that before you make any move, you have to make do your research, check your research, and there's lots of people out there that will help you. I would tell you also look at SBA. If you want to get in the business, go through SBA if you can. They have several programs helping people to get in business and coaching them to get in business also. And they'll have training programs to set you up for success. So I would tell you that would be thing that I would tell everybody to do.
Go to the SBA. Yeah. All right, y'all. Look, so I got the classes coming up. The SEAL system class coming up June 9th and 11th. That one is coming up. It's filling up. Y'all try to get in that one. The next basic appliance repair course is going to be July the 11th. Y'all want to get into some classes or senior technicians. But other than that, we about to be gone. Waiting on Mike to come in. I don't know where he is. Where is Mike?
Mike said he's taking it easy.
Yeah. But I'm about to be out.
Let me see what they down there doing because she's talking crazy.
All right, y'all. So on Monday, I'm going to do a credit card segment, I think. Tentatively. I'm going to do a credit card segment and that's it. So I guess Mike not coming in because I'm about to get ready to go out. But I will see you guys Monday. I am tired and I need to go get me some sleep. Bye, y'all. Bye, Floyd.
Bye. Good evening.
Good evening, guys.